I'm Councillor Linda Hancock, Mayor of Maroondah and the Chair of the Eastern Region Group of Councils. Together, we represent 14% of Melbourne's population and nearly a third of its area. This is more people than are in Tasmania or the ACT. Over the coming years, our region is expected to grow to over 1 million people. As leaders across Melbourne's east, we are united in our push for a stronger, safer and more livable region. With the upcoming state election in Victoria, we want to make sure that the state understands what the region's needs are. We're coming together for a positive change as mayors and leaders of this region, and we are calling for action on the big issues facing our communities. To make this happen, we have been working closely with our communities. We need their ongoing support and the support of government to deliver a better future for the East. Our priorities for the state election are clear. We will be strongly advocating these to the state government, all parties and all candidates, calling for action, funding and future thinking. Here's a bit more about our priorities: financial sustainability, livable neighbourhoods, community safety, climate resilience and transport improvements. Number one on our list is to make sure councils remain financially sustainable. Without this, crucial community services and facilities will deteriorate and be less available to our communities. For many years, we have had to manage uncertainty and underfunding, service and regulatory changes, rate capping, cost of living pressures, and cost shifting by both federal and state governments are persistent challenges. Now, with our growing and ageing population, more funding is needed for infrastructure and services. As a region, we are exploring shared services and joint procurement to be more efficient, but this can only go so far. If the current cost increases and funding shortfalls continue, local government will be forced to cut services and reduce capital expenditure. We need a state government that will support an increase in federal assistance grants to restore them to their previous level, exempt councils from the state's windfall gains tax, and enable local developer contributions for community infrastructure.
Hello, my name is Kirsten Langford and I'm the Mayor of the City of Whitehorse. We need to keep our neighbourhoods livable and enjoyable. To do that, we need to support housing growth in a responsible way. The state government has mandated over 200,000 new homes must be built in our region by 2050. This is a significant change. It is a 71% increase in the number of homes that we have currently and will have a major impact on our community. As we plan for new residents, we must protect the things that people love about their local area, like open spaces, our parks and our canopy trees. For many years, growth in our region has mainly been focused on our activity centres, our growth corridors and precincts. This helps us manage change, protect neighbourhood character and prioritise building homes close to public transport, jobs and services. Now the state government is fast-tracking development in activity centres and right across the region. This means where and how we grow will change. It will make it harder for us to keep up with the roads, schools, parks, services and infrastructure that people need. We need the state government to listen to our councils, to value our local knowledge. State government needs to be sure that our communities have a real say in planning decisions. Planning isn't just about red tape. It's about making sure the right protections are in place to keep our neighbourhoods functional and great places to live.
Our communities are saying they feel increasingly unsafe. While local government is not the central authority responsible for community safety, councils are key partners and can make a difference. How we design our streets and public spaces can make them safe and inclusive for all and influence community perceptions of safety. At a local government level, we held a community safety roundtable to bring together Victoria Police and others who contribute to safety and crime prevention. We will continue this important work to improve safety in public spaces. We need a state government that will address safety at public transport locations, increase local police resources, continue the critical grants that are essential to crime prevention, such as creating safer places and the Empowering Communities grants that help our community, especially our older residents, to deal with cyber scams.
Across our region, more and more people are being impacted by fire, flood and other climate events. The changing climate is putting more people in harm's way. Flash flooding, landslip, heat stress and bushfires are significant challenges for our region, and insurance is not, for many, an option. At a local government level, we are working with Melbourne Water to improve flood mapping. While this may help inform and educate our local communities, unfortunately, we are not confident that the right infrastructure will be planned, prioritised and delivered to address all the ever-changing climate risks. We have been renewing and strengthening our assets, such as roads, bridges, drains, and building both proactively and in response to climate events. But this work is complex, expensive and takes time. We need a state government that will champion a national approach to building climate resilience. By involving all levels of government, we can be part of a coordinated climate policy response and get better value for the investment made by all levels of government. Until this happens, our communities will not see meaningful change on the ground and we will struggle to keep pace with emergency events.
Hi everyone, I'm Jim Grievous, the Mayor of Manningham City Council. An accessible, integrated transport system is fundamental to economic success. It supports community connectedness, our health and well-being and equality of opportunity. Our region has a high dependence on cars. Even in our established areas, buses remain the only option for far too many people. In fact, for my municipality in Manningham, we remain the only council in Melbourne without any fixed rail. A comprehensive upgrade is long overdue. We recognise the investment in the North East Link and Suburban Rail Link projects, but want the government to work with us more closely. We want to lock in tangible, wider community benefits from this investment, and to make sure that big build projects coordinate and leverage of local transport systems. By making transport a viable alternative with increased frequencies and improved connections, congestion will ease and more people will be able to access more jobs, education and services that they need. We need a state government that will work with us to develop a regional, longer-term integrated transport plan. We need to address gaps, link major transport nodes and develop an ongoing active transport funding stream.
ERG councils are united for a stronger, safer and more livable eastern region. We need your support and commitment to make this happen. Let's work together for a better future for Melbourne's East.